Radio1337.
And here we go. This is Radio 1337 here on Urban Nights Radio. This is Mouse, and I have a few people here with me. I have, to my left is the Deacon. Say hello, Mr. Deacon.
Hello, Mr. Deacon.
And to my right is Vixen. Say hello, Miss Vixen.
Hello, I'm Vixen.
And right in front of me is our audio engineer, is Tengu. That's his last. That's it, Tengu. What's up?
What's up?
Okay, so here we are. We have a new show here on Urban Nights Radio. This is Radio 1337. We talk a little bit more about games. There's already a game show called RP Gamers, and I know those guys are pretty cool, but we're going to be going into other things here for our show. Well, let's do some introductions first. Let's see who has someone to talk to. Deacon.
Yeah.
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I like long walks on the beach.
Seriously? Are you going to go that way?
I might as well. No, I'm the resident game expert. They call me here. I
You
play.
even walk? I'm kidding.
Is that a meme joke? Well,
He does the connect. He doesn't need to walk.
every single time I talk, I get interrupted.
Go ahead.
I hate you
Sorry.
guys. Well, I'm the resident game expert. They call me here. I like to play every single fighting game that comes out, so I know at least a little bit about it. Back before I started college, we used to do the competitive fighting tournaments. We'd come in pretty high up, first, second, third places. But since I started college, I stopped doing that because, yeah.
So you know your way around a joystick, right?
I prefer a controller. I don't like having anything that shape in my hand.
All right. Well, that's all right. That's cool. I'm cool with, you doing your little thing. Vixen.
Hello.
How you doing, Vixen?
I'm trying to breathe from laughter.
Well, you're just going to have to accept it. We're going to laugh a lot in this show. So
Yeah, I know.
tell me a little bit about yourself.
As was said, my name's Vixen. I'm 20 years experienced with weapons. I am an expert on those.
20 years?
20 years.
Did you hold a weapon when you were a baby?
Yes, actually, I have.
She
Really?
came out with
Yeah.
a switchblade.
Wow.
Actually, it was an axe. Or
Wow.
at
Yeah.
least I like to think so. I just stole the scalpel.
That's kind of intimidating, actually.
Hence the nefarious title. 'cause you just,
Nefarious.
took it right from the doctor.
Miss
I'd
Vixen.
say it was started my career.
Miss Vixen is going to be doing our weapons segment, and it's just something that we're starting off, and we're going to have her talk about weapons and how they function, and possibly where you see them in games and stuff. Deacon is going to talk a little bit about fighting games, of course, that's his expertise, and in front of me is Mr. Tengu. Mr. Tengu? Yes.
What's up? My name is Tengu. I'm audio engineer, sound designer, mostly a post guy. Not a whole lot of work to my credit, but more recently you've probably seen or maybe you haven't, but if you have a chance, go check out the music video for Army of Two from Big Boy and B.O.B. It was Double or Nothing. I was the assistant sound designer on that.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
Hey,
Nice.
I think that's pretty neat.
That is.
I mean, the game wasn't so hot, but it's all
Yeah, I
good.
wasn't down for the game either, but
Hey,
cool
dude,
to-
you got credit. That's
Work
all
is
good,
work.
right?
Everyone has something on their record. Mouse.
Is that a police record? Or is it...
No, actually, I haven't talked about myself, which is kind of like the point, right? No, this is Mouse, and what I've done is I've been working in the video game industry since 2003. I've worked on a bunch of games, everything from tester to game master to animator to game designer to everything else. I now am a instructor at a place that we shall not name. But this is what we will do. We're actually going to be talking to you about games from here in sunny Southern California, right? The show is broadcasted from San Francisco, but we're actually recording here in Southern California. So, let's see. What are we gonna do? We're going to
Be very vague about where we're talking from.
Well, you know what? Today we're going to talk about the new Xbox, and it was just announced that the Xbox was going to be revealed sometime in May, right before E3. And we are going to discuss this. However, we're going to actually go into a break. We're coming into a break now, and after our break, we're going to talk more about this Xbox. And then until then, we're just going to just chill out here while you hear some station breaks from us. All right, break. This is Mouse from the show Radio 1337, and you're listening to Urban Nights Radio, Sound of Artists.
Why are you going to say from the show?
Because we are the show, actually.
Yeah, I know we are the
You
show,
should
but
just
can't you
say
just say
from
this is Mouse from Radio 1337?
Okay, let me do that. Okay. This is Mouse from Radio 1337, and you're listening to Urban Nights Radio, the sound of artists.
This is Deacon from Radio 1337. You're listening to Urban Nights Radio, the sound of artists.
Okay, we're back, and this is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the Xbox, and I'm sure the RP gamers are going to talk about this, but we're going to talk about this from a kind of a different perspective here. Since I have been working in the industry for a long time, I kind of have the dibs on what's going on. We also have a couple people from different places. We have Vixen, and then we have Deacon here talking about their take on the Xbox. Xbox is going, they just announced that they're going to talk about their new console on May 21st, just like Sony did a while ago. They announced their PlayStation 4. Xbox is going to be doing the same thing. Instead of announcing it at a place like usually like E3, they're actually going to have their own conference, and they're going to have their own event saying, "Hey, we're gonna announce our new Xbox." So, what do you guys think?
It sounds like they're snowflaking on it.
Snow.
Look how special we are.
Yeah.
You think so?
We're going to do it at our own event. Not going to wait for the big one.
Well, Sony kind of did the same thing last couple of months ago.
They're almost following the trend.
Yeah, it's weird though. Wasn't the PlayStation 1 first revealed at E3?
Yes, it was.
So why wouldn't they just follow that?
All of the
All the
major consoles were. I'm sorry. The last few major consoles were announced at an E3. This is the first year that they've actually announced consoles before E3.
Well, at this point, E3 is more like, let's go see the new consoles.
Actually, no, I take that back. The Wii was actually revealed not at an E3.
No.
Yeah.
So what, do you think it's like a marketing thing? Like, once we already know, like with all like the leaked images of the PS4 and the controller and everything that's going, it's like everyone already knows what's coming, so why not focus more on just showing us what we're going to be able to do with it, what we're going to have, rather than having like this big reveal and wasting time on that. It's like, let's just get right into it. Is that what you think they're going for?
I think that they're going to do that at the E3 press conference. I think they're just going to talk about the games, more or less, and that's what they're going to show. What has happened in previous years is that when they announced other revelations, like when they announced the Slim, they actually gave a Slim to everybody in the audience, which was kind of interesting. Everyone in the press audience, and I wish I was there.
Of course.
It's free. Can you believe that?
Always worth it to get the press pass.
Yeah, I did get a press pass that year, but it was pretty janky and man. Anyway, have you guys gone to E3 before?
I've gone 2 years ago.
I actually went last year.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, how cool. How'd you get there?
Hitchhike.
Communicating with a lot of friends.
Yeah,
Like
well,
splitting hotel.
Vixen, hiked up her leg a little bit. And she said, we'll go to E3 for food. And,
partially for games.
So, what do you think they're gonna reveal? What do you think they're gonna show this year? Now that the big cat's out of the bag, with all 3 consoles.
Doesn't matter. That is seriously, to me, the consoles are like the major reason for anybody to really go. Now they're just going to be talking about what it can do, and what can be done with it. So, I mean, you could pick up that information literally anywhere.
Well, wouldn't you want to actually get your hands on it? I mean,
I can wait. I can personally wait.
I don't know. Like, when I went last year, I actually gave some advice, and they were seeking advice on one of the games they were testing. I believe it was Ascend.
okay.
And I actually did talk with some of the animators and programmers there with the game.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But I do know I do know several things about the Xbox. I know that they're going to be utilizing the Kinect. That's one thing that they've been
Finally.
kind of pushing that. It's actually going to be part of the machine rather than as a peripheral.
plug-in?
$100
plug-in.
plug-in.
Actually, I have the Kinect. That's not bad.
It's fun.
Yeah,
It's fun.
It's great. My parents hadn't stolen mine.
The only thing what I really don't like about the Kinect. So I watch Netflix on my Xbox a lot, right? And I love watching. It's cool. But what happens is that while I'm watching movies, the movies will spout out stuff, and for some reason the Kinect takes it as commands, right?
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Huh.
never happened to me.
So while it's
Nor I.
talking, it will say pause somewhere. It'll say somewhere like that, and it will pause. It's really weird.
You listening?
It's like Ghost Connect. You know what I mean?
Ghost Connect.
It's really freaking strange, and I have to be very careful with my language. Sorry about that. But Ghost Connect, yeah.
That sounds like an add-on they're gonna put on the new Xbox.
It happens all the time. It's ridiculous, man. I have to
Ghost
turn my Kinect away from the TV.
Sounds like an app.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ghosts, they actually there's a leaked thing of the new Call of Duty game. It's apparently supposed to be called
yeah.
Ghosts,
Oh.
and so that might be, if it is a real leak, then that might be something they'll talk about at E3.
You know what I heard? I heard that Blizzard's going to take that over, and then they're going to can it for ever.
Thank you.
That would be nice
about
because
time.
it's just taking up space.
I'm kidding. No,
Oh,
I get it because Blizzard had a game called Ghost that they canned.
yeah.
I
should've caught on to that.
I'm just tired of first-person shooters.
I'm not tired of FPS. I'm just tired of Call of Duty.
Yeah, I would like them to branch off into something original.
Well, I think it's oversaturating the market personally.
Yeah.
That's me. What else is happening with the Xbox is that they may be introducing a new controller. Now, from the Xbox to the Xbox 360, they streamlined that controller, and it's very well made. Personally, do you have an Xbox, Mr. Deacon?
Yes, I do.
What do you think?
It's wonderful. It's
Have you had an Xbox at all?
Who, me?
Yeah.
The original one?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Did you have the bulky one or the?
The Duke.
Yeah.
Hated those.
Yeah, they're really huge.
They are.
It's like the Japanese big American hand, need a big controller.
That's literally how it probably went.
Oh well, whatever. What did you have an Xbox there?
Yes,
Miss
I had to
Vixen?
twist some arms to get it, but yes, I did get one eventually.
Oh,
So you robbed someone.
Had to stab some hands to get it.
No, something actually a lot more infuriating in my opinion. It was like I already convinced my parents to get Wii, N64, PlayStation. Hey, let's get an Xbox. Nope. Cousin gets one.
Can you just go and ask your parents that, hey, you know, my instructor would like a Wii U? That'd be really cool, right? Anyway,
No.
No, I bought the Wii U on my own.
we all know that there's gonna be bigger specs, and you know, at this point, the generation gap isn't gonna be that crazy. I mean, it's not gonna be as visually crazy.
6 years?
Well, it's not gonna be as visually stunning as it was from like N64 to like GameCube. You know.
Yeah.
Duh.
So it will be a little bit better, but it won't be like, you know, mind blowing. I mean, it's the same kind of graphics. I mean, our eyes are used to like the graphics now.
Like, I remember the big buzz when Halo 4 was first announced. Like, everyone was like, oh my god, those graphics are beautiful.
Their graphics.
So-
I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm actually less impressed with them than I thought I would be. And
Well-
I'm a big fan of the Halo series.
Well,
yeah,
you know what?
I am
we
too.
can you know, let's talk a little bit more about that after the break. So
Oh dear.
I'm going to sit here and argue with you.
Hey, this is Tengu from Radio 1337, and you are listening to Urban Nights Radio, the sound of artists.
This is Vixen from Radio 1337. You're listening to Urban Nights Radio, the sound of artists.
this is Mouse from Radio 1337, and you're listening to Urban Nights Radio, the sound of artists. And we're back. We're talking here about the Xbox, and we're thinking, hey, they're gonna announce, you know, our new Xbox just like PlayStation did last year, a couple months ago, and the Wii did last year. So, Xbox is having their own press conference, and we're talking about all the new features possibly that may be in this press conference. We were just talking about specs, and you know what? I was hearing that there was going to be an online connection, like an always online connection.
Oh God!
I've heard that too.
Don't get me started.
I don't like that.
No, I want to get you started. What'd you hear?
I heard that it's gonna be your Xbox always needs to be connected to the internet.
Oh.
Without that, it serves as like Steam now. It won't be able to play games or process them or do anything.
Wait. So what if you turn the Xbox off?
Then obviously it won't need to be connected to it because
Well,
it's
you
off.
said always on, right? That means
Oh,
that
let me
always on while you're sleeping.
You're an instigator. Always on as long as the console is on.
Oh, okay.
In order to play games, like you know how Steam does with TF2 and all that.
Yeah, it's a good and a bad thing, right? Because that
'Cause There-
also puts control to the internet connection.
Yeah.
Right.
And then there are rural areas that don't even have internet. Some people don't. It's shocking as it may seem. Some people don't have internet.
Yeah, like out in the like
Boonies.
Midwest or whatever.
Yeah.
In the boonies.
Mm.
But yeah, there are places out there that don't have like active Wi-Fi, or even in places like buildings that don't, carry Wi-Fi as strong
Yeah.
throughout the building. why should have an always online connection? And then there's also the matter of used games, right?
Yes.
So Xbox is reportedly saying that their new console will not have any facility for used games.
Oh no. It's gonna be Red Ninja all over again.
Some people really live off the used game thing. I have my own opinion about that.
Isn't that what they said about the PlayStation 3 too, though?
Yeah, they did say that about the PlayStation 3, and there was a big, huge outcry, and there really hasn't been a resolution with that.
It was only like the first generation was backwards compatible or something.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, that's backwards compatible, right?
Well,
That's not anything about used copies.
I
mean,
those two mixed up.
companies like EA have put in codes, like a one-time use codes that adds different, more elements to the game, which kind of stifles companies like GameFly and like Blockbuster or Redbox or whatever from preventing people from renting the game. But on the flip side, renters are kind of talking about, hey, well, we want to try before we buy. My argument is, when you're trying before you buy, you're only trying a part of it. Just, you really don't need to try all of it in order to like decide what to play. Like a demo, right? Do you really need to play the whole game in order to feel if you want to get it?
No, I mean, multiplayer would just be single player, but with more people, really.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that, but beyond that. Okay, so E3 is coming up, and there's gonna be a lot of stuff. Are you guys excited for anything for E3 this year?
Not really.
Seriously?
What a party!
No fighting games or
I had
anything
one
like that?
cup of coffee this morning. Okay, leave me alone.
Don't you mean this afternoon?
No, I had to shut up. I'm done professionally.
What's considered a cup for you?
What is it? 6 ounces is a cup?
6 ounces?
6 fluid ounces. It's different.
Where'd you get it from the machine?
No, I made it.
How do you make 6 ounces of coffee?
Small cup.
How do you just make 6 ounces of coffee?
Because that's how big the cup is.
Like
I have a single brewer.
Oh, you
Okay.
have a
Yeah.
That answers it.
I just put the top on, let the water flow, and drink it 3 minutes later. E3. What did you say about E3?
You're listening to Radio Elite, where it's all crickets all the time.
Thank you. You broke the silence.
We were originally going to call Deacon Coffee.
But I forgot my coffee this morning.
He forgot his coffee, so we're just calling him Deacon for now.
And it,
Oh boy.
We were going to call him Deacon Coffee because he's shaped like a pot, but
I'm gonna sit in the corner.
You know what?
If you
Theater of the mind, my friend.
Just make sure you project so we can hear you, bro.
Okay, I got that.
Why do we call Vixen Vixen? Is because she steals stuff, and in fact, why are you using my computer? Why are you using my computer? Hey, it's my computer. Give it
It
back
was
to
there.
me. Give
It
it back
was
to
there.
me.
No,
Give it back to
You
me.
weren't using it. You weren't using it.
Jeez.
I have no idea.
Why do they call you Tengu?
It's just my old music making name when I was under Tengu, though. I just kind of shortened it.
You are not Asian.
And?
You're
You're not a mouse?
Well, you know what?
No, you're a rather large mouse.
I resemble that statement.
He's shaped like a
I'm-
mouse.
If anything, you're like in that Tom and Jerry cartoon when he turned into like the Hulk.
I can take that. I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that reference because I love Tom and Jerry.
You're welcome.
Good show. Well, wait, no, classic or?
Of course, classic. Don't you bring that new school stuff in here?
No.
Oh, good.
No, 1940s Tom and
Good.
Jerry.
Good.
So what's
Straight up.
this radio
Good
show
old fashioned
about again?
family racism.
Yeah, that's all that.
Oh.
Anyways,
yeah.
E3.
Okay. Vixen, are you looking forward to anything this year?
Not in particularly anything like announced. It's more of like the little gems that are in between the major consoles that get my interest. Like I found one game I've been looking at for a couple years, and I did not know about it being announced at E3. And lo and behold, Pirate Warriors was at E3 last year.
Pirate Warriors. What is it about?
Oh dear, it's a game based off of the One Piece series.
Oh gosh.
Oh, God.
Which is an anime, by the way.
Which is her lifeblood.
Don't knock it till you try it. It's a really good series.
I can't get past the art. But go on, I'm not going to interrupt.
Hey, the art got better. The art got better.
After how many years?
I like this guy.
They grew older. Crickets.
Straw Hat Luffy.
Luffy.
Yeah, see? There you go. There you go.
Correct.
All right, tell us about this game.
The game follows. It's more of a recollection of the past events through the series,
Yes.
and it starts off with, not to give any spoilers, but when the crew is prepared to go to the second half of the Grand Line, the world is separated into 4 oceans, and along the, I guess it'd be the horizontal axis, there is a ring of red mountains called the Red Line, and then separating, like the time zones, kind of.
So they made it to the goal, whatever, right?
The object of the entire series is to find the One Piece, the greatest treasure left behind by the King of the Pirates. And it's a really good adventure. Like, the character development is really, really well thought out, and everything is connected, no matter how small.
Cool. Well, I actually am going to. There's really not that much I want to check out at E3, except for what was that? That's right here.
Zombie U.
What?
So while you're looking for that, I want to interrupt you real quick.
Edward.
Okay.
There he is.
I'd gotten an email. I checked my phone right now that apparently Nintendo isn't going to be doing a press conference at E3.
Why not?
This was stated from the financial briefing statement that they turned in. They're not going to be doing. I just said it.
That could be a good and a bad
Conference.
thing.
Does that have to do with they're apologizing about the Wii U?
Hey.
Maybe.
No, I don't think so. It could be a strategic move to try and show off the Wii U somehow.
Yeah.
I honestly think it's more of a strategic move because PlayStation and Xbox are both putting out.
Before.
Yeah, they're putting out before, and it's like, okay, now Nintendo's just following the trend. Oh, they're just giving another press conference at E3.
Maybe the whole thought of the press conference is starting to be, shunned.
Why though? That's a great publicity. It's great publicity.
Well, just look at the trend. I mean, Microsoft and Sony have announced their big consoles like way before E3.
That's true.
That's where E3 should be the place for it.
Yeah.
It's like the big top at a circus. Like, you don't take away the magician's magic tricks. You don't reveal what's underneath the curtain before.
You're totally like deflating the
magic.
Okay, so we're here talking about E3 and Xbox and Nintendo and Sony and all those crazy things that make up the whole game industry. What we're going to talk about in our other shows. What are we going to talk about in our other shows, Vixen?
Let's see. I have a segment on weapons with the weapon of the week. And
tell us more about that.
Let's see. With my weapons, I'm going to be telling you where they came from, what their original purpose was, how they're used in games and how they're interpreted in games today, which games use them, and what classes generally use them.
Cool. And then Deacon is going to have a segment on what?
Fighting tips, fighting games, give you an edge over the competition, tell you if they're tournament legal or not.
It's actually pretty intimidating when you're playing a game and you look at the console and it's like, oh my god, 6 buttons and a controller. Deacon's going to help us wade through that. And we may possibly have Tengu have a little section here. Tengu?
If anything, I'll be weighing in and letting you know how some of your favorite game sounds and other things that make it come alive were recorded.
All right. As a sound engineer, he has that kind of background. So me as the primary host here, I'll be kind of rallying everything together. I'm planning on having a board game / card game section because games, I honestly believe, go well beyond video games and encompass great things like board and card games, which add an element of socialness that not other games have, like not other video games have. So I'm going to be talking more about that, and the more we air, the better flowing will be, because this is our first show. First of all, we actually thank you guys for listening to us here at Radio 1337 at urbanknightsradio.com, the voice of artists. I am the mouse, and to my left is
the Deacon.
And to my right,
Vixen.
And to the front,
Tengu.
And to the back,
no one.
Gallery.
All right, so this is Radio 1337. signing off.